Hello everyone, my name is Joy. I am a person who has just moved from the Teluk Marina city from Singapore. And at this time, I returned to my country, Indonesia. Previously, I wanted to tell you about my horror experience, where I desperately bought a house in Housing Presley in the city of Palembang. I had just finished studying in Singapore, and because I wanted to work in my own country, of course, I was asked to buy a house by my father, and the costs were borne by him. But unfortunately, I was far from my family, so I could only see family when I speak. And long story short, the first day I enjoyed the atmosphere of my home, which was so comfortable. Where I was an introvert, and in between my days, I was busy working on the side at my friend's office, while I applied for jobs from several companies that studied my field. So from that time, I was very busy until I was accepted by a rubber company in the Palembang area. Day after day, I go through my activities as I should. But what doesn't make me comfortable is when at night, a strange incident kept happening to me, starting from my belongings being scattered without cause, and also the handle of the house key that always moved. Then I also often listened to the sound of a child crying from outside my house. And when I left the house and checked, there was no one around me, and did the right and left side of my house were just empty land that had no buildings. It was just that there was the same house as me across the front of my house. So it made me a little scared at that time, and it seemed that the house and was often led by its owner. However, at that time, I suddenly buried my fear by thinking positively, so that whatever happened in the future, I had to be brave to face it. But instead, day after day, the distant branches continued to appear, including the one that frightened me. I dreamed of being visited by a small child with a pale face, and asked to meet his parents. I was frightened, woke up from my sleep at the time. Cold sweat poured out that night, and I tried to calm myself by walking to the kitchen and drinking a little water. But strangely, when I looked at the water, my eyes accidentally pointed out, and the creepy thing beneath the figure of the little boy I dreamed of was on the kitchen cupboard, which was right above me. I was made weak and fainted. And the next day, I woke up with a headache. Then I decided to sell the house again because I was uncomfortable to live in it. When I put the poster selling the house in front of the gate, an old grandfather met me, and he asked about selling my house. But actually, the grandfather was saying that the house belonged to a man who had killed his 10-year-old son, because his parents had previously divorced, and now the father had a new wife, and the boy was often threatened and even killed by the stepmother. I was shocked to hear the grandfather's story, so I dared to conclude that spirit of the boy had wandered and met me when I occupied the house. In the end, the house was sold, and I was already in my hometown.